Okay. You would like me to tell you good morning, but I'm not going to do that because there will never be such a day where I tell you good morning in such a sense. To tell you good morning, yes, to you I will do, but not in the way that you choose. Okay, good morning, as in hello, but not good morning, turning around next to you, looking at you in your eyes, while we both have the back of our heads on a pillow. There's so much on my mind, so much on my mind when it comes to the physical, so much on my mind when it comes to attraction. Just so much on my mind. Because I need a man in my life. No, I take that back. I don't need, I want a man in my life to be my peace. Now, excuse me, it is sundown. The night is out as I talk to you. It is dark. This is Shook at Night. And so we're going to go deep. We're going to be talking about things, and hopefully over time that when it comes to such subject matters with Shook at Night, that we can grow and we can go deep with the things that we are talking about. If you have a particular subject that you think that would fit in this category, and you would like that subject to be discussed or focused on in an episode in the near coming future, leave your questions, your comments, your subject, your suggestions, whatever you have you in the comment section below. And if it's content worthy, then look out for it so you can see it in a future upcoming video. My voice is hoarse because with the type of work that I do, I talk to a lot of people. I talk all day. But particularly my voice is hoarse right now because my voice is tired of talking to niggas about the same thing over and over and over again. I don't really like repeating myself. I don't like saying the same thing over. I don't like talking to myself. I don't really like hearing myself talk. Maybe I do in some sense. Maybe in a playback. But I was thinking today just about men, period, and how they think about sex. Men are different. They say they're all the same, but every man is not the same. I feel like I'm going to be all over the place when it comes to this. But this is the first video when it comes to this. So bear with me. I'm tired. I'm up. I just got off of work. I'm sitting here. is peaceful. But there's not a one in my life that I call my lover to give me peace, to put me to sleep, to put me in that place of rest. Okay? Why do you talk like this? Why do you talk like that? Do you want me to talk a certain way? How is it that you want me to talk? Now I'm asking, but just know this is how I talk, and I'm going to do what I want to do. You're going to ask, why do you talk like that? But you know you like the way I talk. You know you like the way I talk. Particularly you like the way I talk. You would love for me to whisper in your ear. Okay? Because I'm so cool. You would love for me to be your peace. But when it comes to peace, especially in that regard, in the physical, I can give you tit for tat, but whatever we give, it needs to be reciprocal. I was just thinking about how men think about sex. You want us to fulfill. I'm talking about women. You want women to fulfill. You want us to stroke your ego. You're a grown man, but you want us to play with you. You want to play. You want to play games, particularly mind games. You want to, not all, there's an exception to every rule. But you want to use us all up and then make us feel some type of way for the women who are strong enough and have enough self-control to say no. My willpower is strong. I'm not saying that it's easy to have this type of willpower. I'm not saying that it's easy to have this type of self-control, this type of self-discipline, this autonomy to abstain from certain things that my flesh wants badly. You think I don't want to sit in a man's lap. You think I don't want to sit on him. You think I don't want to know him. Of course. You think I don't want to cry out. Should I give away all of my demeanor when it comes to my bedside manner? I don't know. I don't think so. I'll just go with the flow and see whatever comes out. But particularly, that is not something that I speak about freely. And I don't really like to talk about those things because I think, as for me, that if I give myself to you, you're mine. Okay? You're mine. You're mine. Even if I do away with you, and you're never to be mine again. You're never to be mine again. You were an experience. Some of you were an experiment. Some of you were a lesson. We're not going to say mistakes. But if you are mine, you are mine. And if I were to go out in the street and you got to know me in that manner and you saw me, you will forget a lot of things in life, but you will remember. That is why some men, they would try to come to me with the suggestion of, Let's get to know each other. They will say things without saying it, but I am the queen of reading in between the lines, especially when it comes to this subject, because this is not my first rodeo with such thing. Now, I'm not saying that I'm a hoe. I'm not a hoe. I haven't been out there like that, but when I have gone where I've gone, I don't. I'm grown, so it is what it is. I'm grown. I don't really like to be around the bush when it comes to those things. I don't want you talking to me, trying to act like it's something that you're not. When at the end of the day, you know you want to sleep with me, just say what you want to do. Are we fucking or not? Okay? Just say what you want to say. Now, see, this is a channel where we base things on Southern values, but I am not politically correct. Now, I do have a relationship with God, but come on now. Sometimes we have to get real. After all, we are sitting at Sugar Night. And so I try not to cuss a lot because I'm a lady. I'm a Southern Belle. Okay? And Southern Belles don't really cuss a lot. We like to cuss you out without using profanity. But every now and then, I like to get on your level to let you know that if you want to go there, I like to go there with you. It is my pleasure, and I am here to serve. Okay? So, I don't like when you beat around the bush with me. I don't like when you say you want to help me with something, or you want to buy me some food, or you want to run an errand for me, or you want to quote unquote look out for me, when your motive behind that is to put a pole in my back. Does Jessica want a pole in the back? Yeah, I want a pole in my back. Look, I love men. I love all types of men, walks of life. I do have a preference. I like what I like. I will say nowadays I don't really see my preference like in me, but maybe that will change. Maybe it is not the time right now. But you just need to be careful. You just need to be careful. You just need to be careful. Because one of the things is that when you're talking to me, I'm noticing that when it comes to some men, you're not really understanding who you're talking to. Okay? I don't want to give away everything when it comes to men, but I will say you're in for a rude awakening. To have a lot of self-control when a man is attractive, when a man is stable, when a man is charming, charismatic, when a man has a certain style to him, when he has business about himself, and for a woman like me to be I don't know, I don't like to come off. I just like to talk to people. I just like to talk to people. I just like to talk to people in a manner that's sociable. I like to make people feel comfortable. I like to make them feel okay. You don't have to be on edge about me. I do carry myself a certain way. Sometimes people will feel like I'm stiff, and for the most part, my demeanor when you see me and you do not know me, yes, I can come off as stiff. I can come off as a tightwad. I can come off as bougie. And I really don't mind coming off that way because you get what you will get. Now, in order for you to see different aspects of that, you have to get to know me. Because when you talk to me, I'm a great communicator. I know how to talk to people. I know how to deal with people. I have had experience of all walks of life. I even know how to communicate with people in different languages, and I am not fluent in a lot of languages, even though I'm trying to do better with my Spanish because I have a friend. Not like that. Just a friend. Just a friend. Not like that. But I'm a great communicator. I get along well with a lot of people. I'm out here now. I feel like I get along better with men than I do with women. But that's not to say that I don't get along with women. I do. But when you look at the demographics, when you look at the algorithm, well, how do you say it? The algorithm. 70% of my audience is men, and 30% of that is women. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not really sure why the men, the 70%, they look at me. Because sometimes, most times right now, I'm not even really on the screen. I'm just talking. And so that says a lot about a woman. If a man is willing to pay attention to you when you speak and he does not even see your face, but you are attractive, but when you communicate, when you speak, when you are fluent in what you are speaking about, that says a lot about the appeal that you give off. Now, to do that and to be a woman of God, because there are a lot of people out here that will say that they are people of God. They will say that they are men of God. They will say that they are a woman of God, a child of God, whatever you say when it comes to this faith. But to be that, I'm telling you, is a hard thing, because you say you want to be used by God, but you only want to be used by God in a glorious way, where everything is working out for you and you're being blessed in every aspect of your life. But when it comes to being used in other ways, we always talk about how other industries have different gods and people have to prove themselves to that quote unquote God. They have to humiliate themselves. But you, when you have a relationship with God, with the Most High, with the Heavenly Father, our Heavenly Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. That Father, that is the God that I serve, that is the God that I pray to. Okay, when it comes to that faith, now I am not a denomination, but when it comes to being used by God, it's not always pretty. Okay, when it comes to a manner, especially when you're walking in a journey and you're trying to have a relationship with God, but you're not there yet, and you are sinning, because that is the whole reason why you're having a relationship with God. You say you're having a relationship. You say you're having a relationship with God, and you say you don't have any sin. Then what are you here for, and why did God die on the cross with? Why did God die on the cross for you? Now, me speaking about why God died on the cross for you And the details of that, I'm not going to speak about that tonight, but I will be speaking about that in another manner. But if I speak about that on here, it will have to be something regarding relationships in an intimate manner between man and woman. Maybe I will speak on the subject of Jesus and Mary Magdalene, but that is not what I'm going to be speaking on tonight. I'm speaking on the introduction of Shook at Night on a spiritual level, on an unorthodox level, in a way that you can apply these things, my experiences, these tools, these lessons, this knowledge to your practical life. Because a lot of you out here are opening your legs, but you're not understanding that a lot of people in the world are having sex, but God did not make sex for them. You as a spiritual being, you as in having a relationship with God, God made sex for you. God made sex. God made sex. Yes, I said it. Sex is sacred. And you're going out here sleeping with people you don't even know their name. You don't even know nothing about them. You're not even vetting them. You go jump in the bed with them because they're cotton. The thread count is 1,000. You don't even know they got a whole family at home. You don't know what you're sleeping with. You go get in the bed with somebody. You're sleeping with the demons. I'm not being cliche about this. You're not understanding. You're sleeping with the pain that they have. That when they're walking around with you smiling all in your face like everything is okay. And they know how to be Casanova and they know how to sing to you like Elder Barge. All this love is waiting for you. You don't know that they have a drug habit. You don't know that they want to be a pimp. You don't know that maybe you want a monogamous relationship and they're thinking about practicing polygamy and maybe having you fried one day laying in the bed and then you're sitting somewhere waking up in a new lifestyle dealing with third parties and threesomes and all the threes in the world that you don't enjoy to celebrate. And so that is on you. But if you're here tonight, then I hope that you can join me because Shook at Night is going to be something. And we're going to go there. We're going to go deep. We're going to focus on a lot of things. We're going to, of course, I always talk about things that nobody else wants to talk about. But you're going to be fulfilled at the end of the night. There's going to be highlights. There's going to be climaxes when it comes to these conversations. And I hope that you can join me for the episodes to come. You see this in front of you. This is a lava light. I went to the good old Tarjay a couple of weeks ago. I don't know, a couple of weeks, about a week ago. Things, you know how, you know what sold me? Just the pink vibe, the pink vibe, feminine, And that's another problem I have with today's age right now. The men, they don't want women to be feminine. You want us to be a submissive provider. You want us to bow down to you, but then go out in the world, work every day, 40, 60 hours a week, and then still come home and fry some chicken. You got life up. All right, you really got life messed up. Okay, I like a man who works. Look, call me old fashioned. Most people do. That's probably why I attract the type of men that I attract lately. I don't know what the hell I was doing back then, but I'm here now. I'm back. Whatever that means to people, I'm back. But I got this light, and I'm young, but I just like old things. 'Cause I feel like you learn from them. And what sold me with this lava lamp was one, it was pink. It was rose gold. I like rose gold. And then it had the pink purple vibe going on. But then on the box it said something to the effect of lava lamps or something. It says something to the effect of vibes since 1965. And I kind of like that era. I like 60s, 70s, 80s. I was born in the late 80s. But how I feel about the 80s, don't know how I really feel about it, because I just noticed integration, like things that it was like, we're mingling too much, and we're starting a new culture. But what is going on here? Okay, so the 80s, the 80s, they were cute. I feel like the 80s promoted a lot of sex and a lot of drugs mixed together. All right. A lot of sex and drugs. And yeah, that's really, and everybody perming their hair. I mean, I perm my hair, but I just do it when I want to, when I want to lay. Cause Jessica, she loves some good finger waves. It just fits. Like, I really don't do anything else when it comes to my real hair. I wear the little holly berry cut, do the little holly berry cut, or I wear the little finger waves. I don't know, like Tony Braxton or something like that. That's it. And then when I'm not doing that, I'm wearing these wigs. A man will try to tell me, oh, you're wearing a wig, you're not wearing your natural hair. Look, do you want to with me or not? Because I'm not doing that about you putting on a badge and policing my hair. That, see, you want to do a lot of things, but what we're not going to do is have me sit up here listen to you and you tell me how I'm going to do my hair. You know how I'm going to do my hair? I'm going to do my hair out the way I want to do my hair, because I'm free. All right. I'm 21 and free. All right. So if you got a problem with that, then you need to go find somebody else where you can go sit down and tell them to do their hair. Okay? Okay. So everybody want everybody want to wear a magnum. Everybody want to wear a magnum. You want to wear a magnum so you can have more wiggle room. But the right woman, whatever, they rule growth. They rule length. The right woman will rule growth. The right woman will rule length. It will be whatever she needs it to be. Look, to get her off. All right, so you think you're doing something, you whatever. I ain't saying, look, I'm not. We're not saying that we don't want you to be endowed. Look, we want that, but you ain't doing nothing just because you pulled out the magnum box. We see the tricks. We're not impressed anymore. I'm the spokesman for that too. They told me to tell you that magnum box you pulling out, we're not impressed anymore. You just want a little more wiggle room, okay? Okay. And then if you get the magnum, what? XL, come on now. You better be living up to that, nigga, cause you pulling out that box like you giving signs like you trying to like you wanna kill me. You can't threaten me with a good time. Okay? So I'm just saying, y'all, these men ego be having them out here doing just just crazy stuff. So I think that's all I'll say for now. I'll say that it's not easy to say no to an attractive man. But just because it's not easy does not make it impossible. These men, they're out here, they can be very tempting. But when you have a relationship with God and you focus on your will and see when you don't mean what you say, you'll say stuff like this and you be sitting up here stuttering and shit. But when you really have a relationship with God and you're out here in the world, you're gonna be out here in the world. To say you're not gonna be out here in the world, you're gonna walk around here acting like a saint with your hands folded all day in the prayer position, you're fooling yourself. Okay, you're fooling yourself. These you know what you like. You like what you like. The devil knows what you like. The devil knows what you like. He's going to put what you like, what you desire when it comes to your flesh, when it comes to the things of your heart. But you need to have enough self-control and enough self-discipline within inside yourself to control yourself spiritually so you can control your carnal man, because God understands the things that you like as a human being. How can he not understand? He created you. He is the Most High. He has a very true, phenomenal understanding of what you desire, especially when it comes, well, of all things, of all aspects, but especially when it comes to sex. He is a creator. And so if sex is for copulating, for reproducing, for generations to come, so you can not only be just a man or a woman, but you can be a mother and a father to new nations and to new generations to come. Why would he not put tools in front of you, human beings, attractive human beings that are going to be put in front of you so you can be attracted to, so you can be fulfilled in doing his will? Sex is a part of that, okay? Now, what's not a part of God's will when it comes to sex is when you're out here fornicating, when you're out here sleeping with other people's husbands and wives. And I'm not going to tell you that it's easy to say no to that. It's not easy. You're going to be tempted. because a lot of women who are wives are attractive. I know because I've been one. And let me tell you, as a wife, you would be surprised by some of the things that these men will say to you when you are a wife and you are attractive and you are faithful. You would be surprised what these men will come and tell you directly or indirectly when it comes to what they want to do to you sexually. You would be surprised what these men will say, married or not married. And some of them will still probably even try you, even if they're struggling with their sexuality, even if you're that attractive. It really doesn't matter when you are what you are. Look, some people struggling. Look, you got a power on you. Look, you could put a spell on them. You can get them back right. Don't worry about it. Let's talk about conversion. All right? You was this way. You got some good loving on you now. Now you're that way. You come back to know yourself. But that's not the point. The point is, it's not easy, but you have to say no. It's not easy, but it's not impossible. Okay? You have to know your boundaries. You have to know how to draw the line in the sand when it comes to your desires, when it comes to the things and the people that you are tempted by in this world, when you say you are walking in the will of God, when you say you have a relationship with God, and especially if you are a leader and you have an influence where you can give a good appeal, just period, not just for the upbringing of the kingdom building of God, but just influence, period. That when you walk into a room, the way you carry yourself, whatever you do, whatever you say, that you have a certain type of magnetism that attracts the good and the bad, that everything that you do that is magnified, that when people see you, they want to indulge in you because of how you carry yourself. You give a experience that people want to bond to, that people obsess over, that when you leave their room, your magnetism is so great that people are thinking about you, not just in their thoughts, but in their dreams. And so you have to be careful with that, especially when you have a gift inside of you, especially when you are called. Because when God calls you to do things, he puts you through so many things to do. And one of those things is putting people in front of you that you're going to be like, baby boy, baby girl, you're looking like a snack. You're looking like a whole meal. All right, you're looking like steak and potatoes and red wine. And I'm trying to dine. All right, because you're looking fine like summertime. These old ass niggas be rapping. You could never, okay? You could never. You want to rhyme and stuff. You could never. But you're looking like that. You looking like steak and potatoes. Summertime fine. As you get older, you're like wine, all that jazz, all that stuff that they say. Whatever you are, you're kryptonite. Whatever you are. Okay, you have to be careful with that. Okay, because God didn't put that on you. He didn't bless you with that for you to just be all out willy-nilly. You're supposed to be an influence on behalf of him, but then you're using that influence to be the community man or the community woman. If you're going to have the keys to the city It should not be like that. And so, you say, Jessica, you're talking to us. But what is your experience in all of this? What lessons, Blue? Let's focus. Let's focus. Because it's getting, are you getting emotional about this? Everything has a meaning beside it. You're getting emotional about this. Everything has a meaning. And so, everything has a meaning. So, what do you think about it? Some of you rent or do. Some of you tired of struggling trying to pay rent. You eating the sugar daddy in your phone. What you gonna do about it? Some of y'all like, well, I guess I'm about to be a sugar baby then. There's some sugar mamas out there too. Look, it's a new age. I'm unorthodox. You gonna ask me what should you do, Jess? What should I do, Jess? We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. And so I want to know what you think about stuff. I want to know what you think about stuff. We're going to go deep. All right? We're going to talk about the nitty and gritty. Cuz it's not easy out here. You're looking good, they're looking good, but you still got to say no. On a scale of 1 to 10, how easy is it? How hard is it for you? Me, myself, let me tell you, I like to push the envelope, but at the end of the day, I still say no. Okay. Some I say flat out, hell to the no. Okay. Because when it comes to this world, especially when it comes to the world of sex, people have all types of ways that they like to get down. Okay. There's so much. Okay. You do not know what you're signing up for when you want to see that side of them. Okay? You're dealing with the freaks, the monsters, all types of things go on. So just be careful what you wish for when it comes to these for fantasies and these desires that you're trying to fulfill. And whatever it is when it comes to the desires of your heart, make sure that they are according to His riches and glory. Okay? In the Father's name. Because God is not stupid at all by far. He understands. He knows what you like. But you need to understand that Satan knows what you like too. Satan will put a demon in your face that looks like an angel, and then you'd be in the bed with him, and baby girl sucking your soul dry, and you're sitting up there, weak in her knees, all right, because she done sucked the soul out your member, and you're sitting up there and you don't know what the hell is going on, but all you know is that you feel good. Yeah, you're going to feel real good about going to hell, okay? Feel good about that. You're going to be looking good. Some of you going to be bending over. You're going to be having on Gucci flip-flops. Oh, so that's what you want to wear? You want to wear the Gucci flip-flops when you go to hell. All right? People worried about what you're wearing. They're worried about believers. You're worried about what these people are wearing. If they want to wear Versace when they go to hell, that's their prerogative. If they want to wear Gucci when they go to hell, that's their prerogative. You have nothing to do with that. You can't save everybody. That is not your goal. That is not your mission. You can only do what you can do. The Bible says that those who have ears, let them hear. Okay? And so you tell somebody, as a believer, you tell someone to listen. They don't have to listen. They have free will. Do you understand that? They have free will. They do not have to listen to you. You can tell someone not to sleep with someone's wife or husband. You can tell someone not to fornicate. You can tell someone how to live their life when it comes to their sexuality, but they don't have to do it. And I do feel like when it comes to us as believers, that is our problem. You give the news, you spread the gospel, but you do not force it down their throats, because at the end of the day, people have free will. If you force somebody to believe in God, you're not really helping them receive salvation. Because to have a relationship with God is a choice. And I feel like believers, other Christians, some of them are not understanding that, okay? They cannot have a true relationship with God if they do not make the choice to have a relationship with God. And then you get turned off as a believer on why they don't want to have a relationship with God, but you shouldn't get turned off, because would you want to do something that somebody is forcing you to do, even though they said, well, I'm just forcing you to do it because I love you? But God is love, and He doesn't force us to do anything, okay? That's one of the reasons why He came down to earth, to have a relationship with us, to get us to see that love is not by force, but love is a choice. And love is not love. God is love. And you have to get an understanding of God and the characteristics of Him to see that. And maybe when you're out there in the world making an appeal of God about who you find Him to be, you can get other people to see who God is, because you gave them a choice to see for themselves. As I sit here and speak today and every day, I always ask God to be with me, the God inside of me. I already spoke about that, the God that I serve. But the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of the living God, to fall on me and to use me as a tool, and to be inside of me and to make my vessel whole. That when I'm giving the message and I speak, that He use me in a way that I can be an effective communicative vessel, tool, resource, handiwork, whatever it may be, when it comes to His will, to do what needs to be done, when it comes to you listening and making the choice and the decision about what you're going to do in your life when it comes to having a relationship with God, especially right now when it comes to the things of men and women and relationship and intimacy and the things of sex. Okay? So, until next time, darling, be you, be great, be good,